Guys, Deluded Laguna. For some reason, you guys seem to think I hate Theo Walcott. I don't know why. He's actually one of my favorites. In fact, that's an exaggeration. But I do like the guy quite a lot. Like, I don't want it. We've seen him be linked countless times to be sold, especially when was it that summer that he actually wasn't playing? He was actually playing very poorly. Not summer, the season. And Sterling was playing for Liverpool at the time. Talk of him leaving, and we happened to both coincidentally play each other at the Emirates, and there was talk of a swap deal. I didn't want that to happen. I would have welcomed Sterling, but I actually want Theo to stay at this club. The reason why I'm harsh on Theo is he's been here from '06. Forget the wonder kid and all that stuff. You've been here from '06. You've been at Highbury. You've been surrounded by players. Fair enough, at the time they were coming to the latter stages of their career and we weren't necessarily on top. But you've seen greatness. You've trained around greatness. You've lived and breathed and coexisted around greatness. You should be the most angriest and most visibly upset about this joke stuff. But too often than not, you look the most clueless. You just chasing shadows and things like that. And I can't understand it. To a degree, it's not your fault. It's Wenger because, like Aaron Ramsey, to a degree, you and Theo Walcott and Ramsey will always have a place in the Wenger side. I'll be surprised if he sells either one because he loves them. You're just a source of frustration because I see a lot of times everybody's wearing long shirts, but you're wearing short sleeve. You get to captain games that you shouldn't have been captain for a large part this season. If it wasn't for a change in formation and you being a victim, you were playing games you shouldn't have been playing. Don't get me wrong. This year you've reacted. You've got 19 goals. You scored in some big games. I believe you got two against City. You scored against Liverpool. You definitely scored against Chelsea. You scored against Bayern Munich. You scored a great goal in the Champions League. You've done it, but this is what I expect out of Theo Walcott nine times out of 10. We should be able to put like Ferguson was able with certain players, and like Jose was with Lampard, and say he's good for a certain amount of goals. We should be able to put Theo down for that and say, yeah, you're gonna get 10 league goals like he did. You're gonna get four in the Champions League like he did. You're gonna get five in the FA Cup like he did. We should be at the start of the year when you're calculating what you need or if you need forwards, you should be calculating who is gonna get in and amongst the goals and who can dig us out of games. Go and ask any manager or go and look. That is what they do. Like, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. You needed to react. You needed to give Wenger some sort of season after all of him sticking with you, and you've done it. The problem is, again, this is what is expected. Two assists is poor. You should be laying on people a bit more. Of course, to a degree, you've benefited from finally realizing you're a winger. 1 minute you was a winger, then you was a forward, then you was a winger. Another thing I think you should never have done. Who gave this guy number 14? Remove number 14 from Theo and give him back number 32, because that is some unhealthy obsession that next Henri, you trying to be the next Henri and things like that. Them little talks there, they were silly. Now, it's great that you've given us a second season in double figures. It's great. This is what you should be doing, Theo Walcott. Like, out of all, I'll give your season a 6. Maybe I was gonna say 7, but the way is from a personal level, you could probably say it's a 7. But you came out of the side towards the end, so it's probably a 6, and how the season went. But I'll give you a 6 because, like Ox, you was facing a big season in that if we came to this period how we are, you could find yourself moved on. You needed to do something. You need to answer your critics. The penny dropped. I don't want to say the penny dropped because again, this is what we should expect. This is what I expect to see next year. So yeah, I'll give it to you 6 out of 10. Another problem with Theo is, again, back to the starting games you shouldn't have been starting. For me, Theo is an excellent player to rotate within the side, bring off the bench when the game's a certain sort of way, when you need someone to pull fullbacks out of positions to stop them bombing forward, or if it's open. He's shown he can score in big games, but he's also shown that you can't rely on him. You don't know what feel you're going to get from game to game. Of course, this year he's given us some consistency, especially the first stages of the career of the season. Sorry, he's also improved defensively. He's also let himself down defensively, but he's improved his partnership and his contribution going backwards. So I'm gonna play it fair. You've played 23 odd games in the Prem, which shows that that's quite a healthy number to be playing. I think he had a couple injuries and yeah, poor form or you to not get into the side. But every player dips at some point in the season, so I'll give it to you, and it will be overly harsh to criticize you. But you've had a decent season. There's not much more. We just don't. I don't want to be here. We don't want to be here looking at your careers like you've had two or whatever seasons with double figures. You need to do this again next year. And yeah, just carry it on, and you have a place in the squad anyways. But I actually like Theo Walcott. Dilly Laguna, I'm signing out, guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please comment. And yeah, I'm out.